free guy, LDX 3D in O2.
Wow.
So let's get some fresh response, some review for you. So it's a movie about games, and it's about NPC becoming sentient, about day-to-day game norming, NPC meaning non-playable characters. So these people, sort of like digital placeholders, people who come to do some quests from, or just people filling the streets, so we don't empty for players, so-called heroes, to do whatever we want. So the chaos ensues, and it's very much reminiscent to GTA 5 Grand Theft Auto, mostly 5th version, or Saints Row games, and other freestyle, reminiscent to Fortnite and other games. So it's about knowledge becoming sentient and awakening a game. It's like very much like a matrix. You just inside that reality have day-to-day chores, everything's, and even the chaos seems normal over there, and that is strange for us. But if you experience chaos day-to-day basis, it's probably going to be normalized. That's why more and more chaos is being introduced, day-to-day occurrences, and that is not okay. That is not okay at all. So it's normalization. That's what it's getting to, and day-to-day violence or betrayal violence. This makes it seem normal, but it's not. And that's what happens in the game. And one guy has his chores, has his own bank robberies, he's just like he's not sweating about it, he's just living it, and it's like day to day to him. He respawns the next day and he's still living, that's what he does, placeholder in a game, in digital world. So he's that kind of good dude, some kind of a symbol, and as the game continues, a bit of a spoiler, he was programmed to do it. So that's when AI introduced, and that kind of given him some kind of good attitude, good guy attitudes, good doer, good leader, you might call, and that's quite weird in a strange and chaotic world. So I'm just reading some notes I wrote after watching this game, and strangely, the banker, he's a banker. The bankers are portrayed positively, and which is very strange. Would this movie be financed by bankers and to show them in a more positive light? I think so. And this game presents many vices, many sins, so to speak, like stealing ideas, a copywriting issue, and this copywriting seems like as a good idea to protect ideas. However, there's a pitfall. It's a chokehold over ideas. It's like monopoly. If you create something, you can restrict that area. It's like a patenting. You can use patenting to restrict innovations, bringing many great technologies like free energy or extraction of energy from one, transformation energy from one source to another, from magnetic to electric, all these things are being held from us to keep us low. So very seeming here it might be a promotion of copywriting as a good thing, while in reality our world it's used as a chokehold to keep us low energy, keep us energetic slaves. Well, that's a big idea to think about it. And we have a douchebaggery from above. I think almost everyone expects that in the big corporations, but the world is changing. We have profiteering, which is toxic capitalism. However, there is a liberating capitalism, protecting human rights, protecting property rights, right to own property, own stuff, and that should be held as a human right. Because when you have socialism, it's all about government can able to do anything, you know. There's no property rights. So that's a tyranny and dictatorship, and socialism is not leading anywhere. So there must be a mix between socialism and capitalism, but never total socialism or never total capitalism, because it's monopolies. That's where it's heading. And many YouTubers portrayed. Sorry for flipping back and forth. I'm just like trying to note some ideas from the movie. I want to say game movie game. No, game movie. And we had the environment, which was shown as a free city, all the chaos ensued, violence, shootings, in opposite to spoilers, tiny spoilers, the other world portrayed sometime later in the game, in a game movie, whatever. And it was all about the greenery, about freedom, about there being no banks. So where do we go for rob the bank? There's no bank. There's a freedom, you know. You can do whatever and eat as many ice cream as you want. Well, it's not unhealthy. It's unhealthy, you know. To eat too much. Brain freeze, minimum problem. Yeah, and my verdict on this, as I watched it on 4DX, you know, it had all these effects. It had, I think we have any flashes, but we had sand, we had wind passing, we had even then we had some frost passing by. Even your feet were being like blown with the wind, and then you felt some kind of shooting, like spitting air in your knees, some kind of under your knees. It was a very weird sensation, and the whole chair was moving. The 3D glasses that could definitely give much more impactful visuals, and back into realism, into that kind of world, and it's very strange and very well presented scenario. How you put on the glasses and you're in the game. You're a hero. You just have all this interface around you, and that could be another pitfall, promoting like Google glasses. People wearing them and having electromagnetic device near your brain and like giving your brain slowly on top of everything else, like a phone and other things, but having that device near your brain all the time, or like most of the time, instead of like a phone carrying in a pocket, which is too damaging. Yeah, stuff happens when we are not aware, so hopefully people become more and more aware and have at least minimization of these detrimental effects, so people become less and less zombies and less NPCs and more sentient, more conscious, more mindful about actions, possibilities, not being lost and just like in scenarios and roles, but realize that role is just one part of the life, not the whole life, or not the whole life bent around that role. You can be much more than you do now. You can become whatever you want as long as you put your mind, your skills, your time into it. It's all about wishing and doing and growing more into who you wish to become. So hopefully this, I seriously recommend, I think Saturday, it's the last week for it, so you might still catch it, hopefully, and hopefully you enjoyed as much as I did. And watching from my notes, I think this was very, very, very interesting and impactful, and all these effects, motion. It's worth it, Sadly, O2 is sort of my home location where I went to, and you charged me £2, and that's sort of like COVID tax. So you're not going to your local cinema, so we charge you. And if you charge people on every movie. If you watch 3 movies a day on better other movies, so it's extortion, and that's disgusting. Hopefully to minimize or that just keeps people angry, and we can cancel our subscriptions. So be careful, because people not going to cinemas are very careful about this short window of freedom, until the next lockdown. Government trying to push on us, but hopefully they will not, and only they will not if people resist, because these lockdowns are not helpful. Too many suicides and costing money, more lives. Many more lives are destroyed from locking people down and taking their jobs away, taking freedoms, lifestyles, then people dying, and that's the healthy people are killing themselves because they can't sustain themselves or become homeless. That is disgusting. People should be ashamed of themselves doing this stuff. But these people are power maniacs, so they're using COVID as an excuse to keep their tyranny intact, and people should resist it. Hopefully this is sort of enough of a freedom talk, but use it or lose it. Constitution, use it or lose it. Because slowly, the freedoms are being taken away, and as long as you do nothing, the evil reigns. So let's do good, let's unite, and let's be like that free guy who awakened in a dream, in a digital reality. So I wish you too. And that dude, who was chunky, bulky, and half made up. How do you call those guys? So this guy's kind of half baked, like bulked up in muscles, but just mentally dead, so to speak, or half programmed, half coded. So let's make sure we have less of those and more the conscientious and freedom-loving and liberating people. So thank you guys for watching. This was Iron here. Hope you drop me a like, and you may subscribe, because you have that freedom. Until now, you never know. So let's subscribe and enjoy some more of the reviews, hopefully anytime soon. Till then, bye for now. See you later.